Hey, I'm Eric, and this is Golf for a Cause. We're in Pasadena, California, home to one of the world's most iconic stadiums, where golf, sports, music, and philanthropy have been converging for over a century. There's a whole lot going on here, and sometimes you gotta stop and smell the roses. Welcome to the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all. If you've watched sports over the past 100 years, you've probably heard of it. What you might not know is that right next to the stadium lies the 36-hole Brookside Golf Club. On game days, though, the golf course is put to a different use: tailgates. Game day at the Rose Bowl. It truly is a community space. Here to tailgate with me was legendary UCLA basketball coach Jim Herrick. Coach, I guess first you want to just introduce yourself to the camera as if you need an introduction.
Hi, I'm Jim Herrick.
More than that, former UCLA basketball legend, 1995 NCAA champion. Coach Herrick may have been modest about his success, but we couldn't walk more than 30 steps without someone recognizing him or stopping him to say hi. Coach Herrick was the men's basketball coach at UCLA for 8 years, but has been coaching basketball in the Southern California area since the 1960s, and has witnessed how much the Rose Bowl has changed in the past 60 years firsthand. We're here at the Rose Bowl. It's got to bring back some memories of being at UCLA and everything.
Eric, I was here in 1961 and watched Wisconsin and USC play with no lights. They passed every down and they had to bring in cars to put on the field to finish the game. And I've seen this place grow and develop. It's a tribute to the city of Pasadena, which is one of the great recreation sports towns I've ever seen in my life. They've done a great job, and it's healthy now and it's doing really well.
Yeah, well, and they got 36 holes of golf outside, which, oh, by the way, you and me are going to be playing on it.
We'll play tomorrow.
We get to see what your game is like.
Short and slow.
Coach Herrick wasn't the only legend at the game today. Also in attendance was Brandi Chastain, who scored the game-winning penalty kick in the 1999 Women's World Cup.
Hi, I'm Brandi Chastain, World Cup winner, right there.
It was right there?
Right there.
Oh, so we're in the perfect spot.
We are in the best spot.
Well, so my first question is, what is talk about the feels of just being back here.
The greatest thing is walking out because I can feel the field on my feet, and it's just such an amazing feeling to be in this beautiful stadium.
This stadium is so much more than just for football and soccer. You know, the Rose Bowl Legacy Foundation, they've raised $40 million to give back. Talk about just the foundation in general, what the Rose Bowl means to you and the community and everything, just in a broader sense.
Yeah, it really is about a community. Yeah. It's about what we can do outside of the walls of the stadium and how we can influence people for the better, and how we can help change sport too, because if we see sport as really the vehicle to great things beyond what happens between the lines, then we look at sport differently, and that's really important.
And are there specific causes that are important to you that you spend your time on now that your career, at least on the field, is over?
Well, I think my cause has always been elevating young girls and women. Yeah. And we started an organization called the Bay Area Women's Sports Initiative, and that's pronounced bossy. So we are bossy girls, and we bring collegiate female student athletes to the playground, and we give them a role model mentor who is going to encourage them to be in charge of their health and wellness, to learn that activity is something that is for their whole life. Right now, some of those kids in underserved communities have boundaries, and they don't see themselves outside of those boundaries. And so we give them the tools to knock those boundaries down. Yeah,
Brandi, you're the best. You're a trailblazer. Thank you for everything you do. And
thank you for coming down to my field.
Chat, of course, absolutely.
Welcome, you're welcome.
Where's the spot? I want to take a kick.
Oh, it's right here. Wait, I had a ponytail.
Hell yeah. Sure, it's coming on!
Not today. Not today.
That was awesome. Thank you.
You got it.
Opened in 1922, the Rose Bowl is one of just 4 National Historic Landmark major stadiums. In 2010, the Rose Bowl Legacy Foundation was created to protect, preserve, and enhance America's stadium for generations to come. To learn more about the history of the Rose Bowl and the Rose Bowl Legacy Foundation, we got a tour of the stadium from their Chief Development Officer, Deedon Brozino.
You know, a lot of what the Legacy Foundation does is to preserve and protect and enhance the venue itself, the actual structure, the brick and the mortar, but it's also our duty to continue to bring the past with us and not make sure that's forgotten. So as you go around the venue, not only do we have this museum which speaks to a lot of the really cool points of our history, but we have historical markers, we have statues. Our donors through their giving are helping protect this place for the next generation, and it gives back part of that history to our patrons. So if we have 80,000 people that show up for a football game or a soccer match or a concert, it doesn't matter what tunnel or gate they come in, we want them leaving having learned something about it, not just enjoying that show or that match.
The Rose Bowl has been home to the UCLA Bruins football team since 1982. But the Rose Bowl isn't just special to UCLA fans. Ask any college football fan about the Rose Bowl, and they'll definitely have a memory.
As we walk around this museum today, you're gonna see we are magnetic for big moments. This isn't just about Pasadena, this is about a place that has created emotional, generational memories for over 100 million people in a century. And I think when you put all that together, you will not find 2 people with the same story. Alabama actually won their first national title at the Rose Bowl out of this space. So Alabama still sings about the Rose Bowl in their fight song today. So if you go to Tuscaloosa and they sing the fight song, they sing about the Rose Bowl.
But it's not just about college football either. The Rose Bowl has hosted 5 Super Bowls and had the first halftime show in Super Bowl history when Michael Jackson performed in 1993. They are the only venue to have hosted 2 World Cups and 2 Olympics. The cultural impact, tradition, and history of the Rose Bowl is impossible to deny. And the Rose Bowl Legacy Foundation is working tirelessly to preserve that history. And while I love history, there's nothing quite like experiencing the atmosphere of the Rose Bowl firsthand.
We're out here on the field of the Rose Bowl. Players are about to come out. Football game's gonna start. Energy is electric. But this place is so much more than just a place for football. It's a community hub. We do so many incredible things for the city of Pasadena. I'm just so happy to be here. It's game time.
Getting to see a game at the Rose Bowl was a bucket list item. What stuck with me the most wasn't the game itself, but the atmosphere in the stadium, which was absolutely electric.
I just want both teams to have fun.
After the game, we caught up with Ohio State legend and game day host Kirk Herbstreit, who has witnessed his fair share of Rose Bowl moments.
For me, I grew up as a kid in the Midwest and turned on the Rose Bowl, and it was just like, I felt it was like Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
And now to be calling the games all the time here, it's the most beautiful setting to me in all sports, not just college football. So anytime I get an opportunity to come here, it's a privilege, and we're fired up to be here today for this game.
But the Rose Bowl is more than just a stadium. It's a community center, which includes 36 golf holes right next door. And while yesterday we were on the course to tailgate, today we were here to hit some golf shots.
Boy, that went a long way. Golly.
Coach Herrick and I were joined by UCLA legend Cade McNown. Listing his entire resume would probably take too long, but to name a few, he was inducted into the UCLA Hall of Fame, the Rose Bowl Hall of Fame, and most recently, the College Football Hall of Fame. Filling out our foursome was Brookside Director of Golf and our personal guide to the course, Brandon Fox. A 1928 William Bell design, Brookside Golf Club is the oldest public golf course in Los Angeles and is annually one of the busiest golf courses in the state. It hosted the 1968 LA Open won by Billy Casper, a tournament that is still run today in the form of the Genesis Invitational at famed Riviera Country Club. But accolades aside, the golf course provides a natural respite to a city mostly void of large green spaces. The next time your plane descends into LAX, peer out the window and try to spot anything green. On our morning at the club, we saw everything from golfers to runners to coyotes enjoying the natural setting.
So Brandon, we're out here at, as you call it, the Central Park of Los Angeles. Talk about this golf course. It's so much more than a golf course, and you see it from a perfect vantage point.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing, it's home to anybody. It's a municipal golf course, right? So, the access is, we want everybody to be able to come out. Our little joke that we say is, if you have a shirt and shoes, you have service.
So they don't even have to tuck it in.
That's right. I think that's what's fun about it, right? And when you come out here, you start to really take in the beauty. The park-like setting that it really puts you in as you go around, that's what makes this so special.
While Brandon spends most of his time on the golf course and knows it intimately, Cade McNown spent most of his time at UCLA inside the stadium next door. At the game yesterday, he was honored at halftime, and one of the tunnels at the stadium was named after him.
So Cade, we are at, the shadows of the Rose Bowl, an iconic venue that you've had a lot of success with. The Rose Bowl has so much more meaning than just a stadium to host games. There's the Rose Bowl Legacy Foundation and everything that does to the community. I'm curious to hear your perspective on this.
Yeah, well, look, having spent as much time as I have at the Rose Bowl, it's certainly a big part of my life.
Yeah.
And to see it continue to exist in its current form and even get better and better, it's important to make sure that the stadium continues to be the best of the best, staying up with all the latest technology, the best seating, the best, I can't believe we're talking about golf right here, and this is where people were parking, yesterday for a UCLA game. So it's an incredible place. I have a love and an affinity for it. So any way I can be helpful to the team that runs it, I'm happy to throw my hat in and get involved. Oh. Got that extra cart path bounce.
All right, guys, here we are at the 17th hole at Brookside, a little par 3 hole. We're gonna do a little 2-hole challenge for charity. So it's gonna be Cade and I versus Coach and Brandon, but we're gonna do alternate shot. 2 holes, the losing team has to make a donation to the Legacy Foundation. Brandon, Coach, the honor is all yours. Look at this guy.
That's gonna be on.
Flush. All right, good shot there,
Shot,
Coach.
Coach.
I can make that putt.
Oh, is that nice?
Oh, how pretty is that?
Down.
I think we're gonna use that one.
That looks nice.
Yeah, that'll play.
All right,
All right.
game on.
Lucky shot.
Let's go.
Attaboy, Pards. That might be a little much.
Slow down.
Oh, he wants
slow
Coach to
down.
make one.
Whoa.
Not bad. That's a good lead.
Coach, you got a little meat on that bone.
That's nerve-wracking.
Good looking stroke there.
Darn.
All right,
That's
good
a
overread it.
shame.
Is that
Overread
good,
it.
guys?
That's good.
That's good.
Okay. All right, Coach.
All right, Coach.
No pressure or anything.
No.
Oh, around the rim.
Coach, I thought you had it.
It's all right. We got one more hole.
Oops.
All right, gents, 1 hole down, 1 hole to go. 18th
Ready
hole
for you.
here.
Yeah.
The good guys are up, the bad guys are down.
Got you right where we want you.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, I love that swing.
Is he over there?
Oh, he got the car path bounce. Yeah. Yeah, green side.
That
All right.
will be an interesting
Here we go,
shot.
boys.
Coach, how's your chipping game?
You might have
On
to
the
go
par
around that
fours.
tree, Coach.
Helping you out there, Coach. Right in front of the green. There we go.
Oh,
He stepped into it.
Kind of overswung on that one.
Hey, got over the bunker.
Whoa, whoa. All right, I think I can do
you
something
go.
with that.
We'll see,
Okay.
Big E. We'll see.
I like that. It's got a nice ring to it.
You ever put thread through a needle?
Yeah, I'm not too good at
Okay,
it.
well this is pretty close.
I love it, the fact that he hadn't played in a long time, too. He's coming up here with these miracle friggin' shots.
Did it.
Kiss my
Right.
butt.
That's
Tell
a
you
good
what,
shot.
I'll
That's a
take
heck
that
of a
all
shot.
Pretty
day.
good, pretty good.
I'll
That's
take
a
that
heck
all
of a
day.
shot.
If you were a little lower, it would have hit. It would have hit on
Flew
the other
mound,
side. I know.
right? Yeah.
Oh, he
Easy, easy.
might have done the same thing.
Whoa, chip off. All right.
Oh yeah, right against the pro. Great.
But he can make
Pretty
that.
good there. Good touch. Good shot.
Oh, that's not enough.
Pressure got to him.
Oh, whoa.
Move the head.
I gotta get my wedge.
Yeah.
A little stubby there too.
All right.
All right, Coach. Got to putt for all the marbles here.
All the marbles. I missed.
Coach.
Ooh,
All right, now I'm looking for my redemption.
that's right.
Oh, he's done
Yes, sir. Pards.
I redeemed myself.
Good putt there.
Oh
job.
boy.
it. Good job.
Hey,
Good job.
very good.
Good
That
job.
Good match.
Good job.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
let us
Well
down
played.
twice.
I just didn't want to chip off.
Twice.
Getting to experience a game at the Rose Bowl and play golf in its shadows with a couple of UCLA legends was unreal. But there was one more thing that I just had to do.
Imagine having the Rose Bowl all to yourself. What would you do?
There are certain places around the world that spark an emotional connection. Pebble Beach, the Taj Mahal, the Grand Canyon are a few that come to mind. Iconic destinations that awaken the soul. The ineffable beauty of the Rose Bowl, with the San Gabriel Mountains serving as a backdrop, is unlike any other place that I can recall. The interconnectedness of the stadium, golf course, and community is inspirational. It epitomizes the word municipal. Walking around the course before the football game and seeing tens of thousands of people, I couldn't help but think of St. Andrews on a Sunday, where the line between golf course and community park becomes blurred. The Rose Bowl and Brookside Golf Club are a throwback to simpler times, where people knew each other by their first names and how they take their coffee. And thanks to the Legacy Foundation, we'll be able to enjoy this place for centuries to come.